Hare Krishna. Uh, does anyone like to do a kirtan?
हरे कृष्ण माता जी.
Yes, no, Kishore Prabhu. Would you like to do a kirtan, Prabhu?
Yes, माता जी. Should I share my screen?
Your voice is very, I'm not able to hear you, Prabhu.
Now is it okay, माता जी?
Ah, yes, Prabhu. Yeah, fine. Yes, go ahead, Prabhu.
Is my screen visible, माता जी?
Yes, Prabhu, it is coming. Yeah, yeah, now it's visible.
This is Sri Ram Ashtakam by Srila Murari Gupta.
Oh, wow, Hari Bol.
Rajat किरीटमणि दीधिति दीप्तिताशाम् ओभ्यत् बृहस्पति कवि प्रथिमे वहन्तम् द्वे कुण्डलेन्दुसमानवक्त्रम् रामं जगत्त्रयगुरुं सततं भजामि मरीचिविभूतिताब्ज नेत्रसुबिम्बदशनछडचारुणासम् शुभ्रांशुरश्मिपरिनिर्जितचारुहासम् रामं जगत्त्रयगुरुं सततं भजामि तं कम्बुकण्ठमजम् मुक्तावलीकनकहारधृतं विभान्तम् विद्युत्पलाकगणसंयुतमम्बुदं वा रामं जगत्त्रयगुरुं सततं भजामि हस्ततलसस्तसहस्रपत्रम् पञ्चछाटदाधिकशतप्रवराङ्गुलीः कुर्वत्यसित् कनकद्युतीयस्य सीता पार्श्वे स्थितं रघुवरं सततं भजामि अग्रे धनुर्धरवरः कनकोज्ज्वलाङ्गो ज्येष्ठानुसेवनरतो वरभूषणाढ्य शेषाख्यधाम वरलक्ष्मणनाम यस्य रामं जगत्त्रयगुरुं सततं भजामि यो राघवेन्द्रकुलसिन्धुसुधांशुरूपो मारीचराक्षससुबाहुमुखान्निहत्य यज्ञररक्षकुशिकन्वयपुण्यराशिं रामं जगत्त्रयगुरुं सततं भजामि हत्वा खरत्रिशिरसौ सगणौकबन्धा श्रीदण्डकाननमदूषणम् एव कृत्वा सुग्रीवमैत्रमकरोद्विनिहत्य शत्रुं तं राघव दशमुखान्तकरं भजामि भङ्क्त्वा पिनाकम् अकरोत् जनकात्मजाया वैवाहिकोत्सव विधिपति भार्गवेन्द्रम् जित्वा पितुर्मुदम् उवाह ककुत्स्थवर्यम् रामं जगत्त्रयगुं सततं भजामि। इत्थं निशम्य रघुनन्दन राजसिंहा श्लोकाष्टकं स भगवान् चरणं मुरारे। वैद्यस्य मूर्ध्नि विनिधाय लिलेख भाले त्वं रामदास इति भो भवमत्प्रसादात्। रामं जगत्त्रयगुरुं सततं भजामि। रामं जगत्त्रयगुरुं सततं भजामि। रामं जगत्त्रयगुरुं सततं भजामि। रामं जगत्त्रयगुरुं सततं भजामि। श्री रामष्टकम की जय। श्री मुरारी गुप्ता की जय। Should I read translation, Mataji?
Yes, Proji, please continue.
Thank you. Though his face is like a spotless moon, still it is further brightened by a shining crown of jewels. His earrings resemble Jupiter and Venus rising in the evening sky. I forever worship this Lord Sri Ram, Guru of three worlds. When he awakens and opens his lotus eyes, his luster resembles the early rays of the rising sun. His teeth are enclosed by charming bimba fruit red lips. His nose is shapely and graceful, and seeing the beam of his beautiful smile, the white red moon accepts defeat. I forever worship this Lord Sri Ram, Guru of three worlds. The throat of the unborn Lord is like a three-ringed conch shell, and his form is as soft as a lotus. He wears a shining necklace of pearls set in gold, and thus he resembles a water-laden cloud accompanied by lightning flashes and a flock of cranes. Such is Shri Ram, Guru of three worlds, whom I perpetually adore. In her upraised hand, Sita Devi holds a thousand-petaled lotus flower, and her five graceful fingers make it appear that the flower's 100 petals are covered by another five petals. I forever worship Ram, best of the Raghu dynasty, by whose side forever remains this Sita, whose radiance is like molten gold. Before Ram stands his brother Lakshman, deeply attached to his elder brother's service, the most skilled of archers, his body brilliant golden and enhanced by splendid ornaments. He is also known as Shesh, the all-accommodating abode of the worlds. I worship this Lord Ram, Guru of three worlds. Like the nectar-rayed moon shining on the ocean of Raghu dynasty, he slew the foremost among the man-eating demons, Marich and Subahu, thus protecting the sacrifice performed by the sage Vishwamitra for the welfare of his ancestors. I worship this Lord Sri Ram, Guru of the three worlds. Slaying the Rakshasas Khar, Trishira, Kabandha and other and their armies, he rendered safe the forest of Dandakanan by killing the monkey king by killing the by killing the monkey king Sugriva's enemy Vali. He made alliance with him. I adore Sri Ram, the best of Raghu dynasty, the slayer of the ten-headed Ravan. After breaking Shiva's bow, he married Sita, daughter of Janak Raja. Then, on the path home, he defeated the mighty Parshuram, best of Brigu's line, bringing pleasure to Maharaj Dashrath, his father. I forever worship this Lord Sri Ram, the foremost descendant of Kakutstha and Guru of the three worlds. After hearing these 8 verses composed by the physician Murari, describing Sri Ram, lion among kings and delight of the Raghu dynasty, placing his foot on the physician's head, Bhagwan Gaur Hari wrote the words Ram Das on his brow and proclaimed, Bho, by my mercy be forever Sri Ram's servant.
Jai Ho. Thank you so much, Prabhu, for reciting that Ramashtakam so beautifully. Um, I could actually um, like feel that you are preparing all of our consciousness for the upcoming Ram Navami. I heard this Ramashtakam for the first time, so thank you so much, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Today we will be reading from the Srimad Bhagavatam, again preparing our consciousness somehow to meditate upon the pastimes of Lord Ram, and we will be reading about uh, how Lord Ramchandra appeared in this world. And then, after reading the shlokas and their translation along with the purport, we will share some realizations. So, can somebody share the screen? Hare Krishna. Am I audible?
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay. Is
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, what we need to share?
the screen, Prabhuji. If someone is joined by their laptop, their
I
PC.
can share, but what do we have to share? I mean
Oh,
that.
yes, we have to share the Srimad Bhagavatam, ninth canto,
9,
chapter number 10,
9.10 verse?
9.10.1.
Okay, just give
Yes,
me one moment. I'm opening it. We'll share
yes,
my screen.
Priji.
Let me know once it is visible. Is it visible?
Yes, Priji. Yes, it is
Thank
visible. Yes.
you.
So, would anyone like to volunteer to read the shlokas along with their purpose?
I can do it, Prabhu.
Yes, sure, Priji. Sam Gopal Pro. Please
Thank
go
you,
ahead,
sir.
Priji.
Shuka Uvacha Katvangada Raghustas Smata Prutushrava Ajastato Maharajas Tasmad Dasharado Bhavat. Translation by His Divine Grace Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Shukadeva Goswami said, the son of Maharaj Khatvanga was Dirgha Bhahu, and his son was the celebrated Maharaj Raghu. From Maharaj Raghu came Aja, and from Aja was born the great personality Maharaj Dashrath. Should I continue, Prabhu?
Yes, Priji.
Tasyapi Bhagavanesh Sakshat Brahmamayo Harihi Amshamshena Chaturdhagat Putratvam Prarthitah Surai Rama Lakshmana Bharata Shatrugna iti Sandhyaya. Being prayed for by the demigods, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the Absolute Truth Himself, directly appeared with His expansion and expansions of the expansion. Their holy names were Rama, Lakshmana, Bharata, and Shatrughna. These celebrated incarnations thus appeared in four forms as the sons of Maharaja Dasharatha. Purport: Lord Ramachandra and his brothers Lakshmana, Bharata, and Shatrughna are all Vishnu Tattva, not Jiva Tattva. The Supreme Personality of Godhead expands into many, many forms. Advaitam, Achyutam, Anadim, Ananta Rupam. Although they are one and the same, Vishnu Tattva has many forms and incarnations. As confirmed in Brahma Samhita 539, Ramadi Mutishu Kala Niyamena Tishtam. The Lord is situated in many forms, such as Rama, Lakshmana, Bharata, and Shatrughna, and these forms may exist in any part of His creation. All these forms exist permanently, eternally, as individual personalities of Godhead, and they resemble many candles, all equally powerful. Lord Ramachandra, Lakshmana, Bharata, and Shatrughna, who, being Vishnu Tattva, are all equally powerful, became the sons of Maharaj Dashratha in response to prayers by the demigods. Tasyanucharitam Rajan Rishibhi Tattvadarshibhi Shrutam hi Varnitam Bhuri Tvaya Sitapater Muhu. O King Parikshit, the transcendental activities of Lord Ramchandra has been described by great saintly persons who have seen the truth. Because you have heard again and again about Lord Ramchandra, the husband of Mother Sita, I shall describe these activities only in brief. Please listen. Modern Rakshasas, posing as educationally advanced merely because they have doctorates, have tried to prove that Lord Ramchandra is not the supreme personality of Godhead, but an ordinary person. But those who are learned and spiritually advanced will never accept such notions. They will accept the descriptions of Lord Ramchandra and his activities only as presented by Tattva Darshis, those who know the absolute truth. In Bhagavad Gita 4:34, the Supreme Personality of Godhead advises, Tadvidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadekshyanti te jnanam jnaninastattvadarshina. Just try to learn the truth by approaching a spiritual master. Inquire from him submissively and render service unto him. The self-realized soul can impart knowledge unto you because he has seen the truth. Unless one is Tattvadarshi, in complete knowledge of the absolute truth, one cannot describe the activities of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore, although there are many so-called Ramayanas or histories of Lord Ramachandra's activities, some of them are not actually authoritative. Sometimes Lord Ramachandra's activities are described in terms of one's own imaginations, speculations, or material sentiments. But the characteristics of Lord Ramchandra should not be handled as something imaginary. While describing the history of Lord Ramchandra, Shukadeva Goswami told Maharaj Parikshit, "You have already heard about the activities of Lord Ramchandra. Apparently, therefore, 5,000 years ago, there were many Ramayanas or histories of Lord Ramchandra's activities, and there are many still. But we must select only those books written by Tattvadarshis, Jnaninas Tattvadarshinaha, not the books of so-called scholars who claim knowledge only on the basis of a doctorate." This is a warning by Shukadeva Goswami. Rishibhis Tattvadarshibhi. Although the Ramayana was composed by Valmiki, is a huge literature. The same activities are summarized here by Shukadeva Goswamis in few verses. In a few verses, Guru arte tyaktarajyo vyachara danuvanam padmayam priyayah pani sparsha क्षमाभयम अभयम मृजिता पथरुजो यो हरि हरीन्द्रानुभुज अनुजभयाम वैरूप्य अच्यु अच्युर्पाणख्या प्रिया विराह रुषारोपित विजृंभ त्रस्ताभिर्बद्धसेतुः खलादवा दहनः कौशलेन्द्रो अवतान्नः. To keep the promise of his father intact, Lord Ramchandra immediately gave up the position of king and, accompanied by his wife, Mother Sita, wandered from one forest to another on his lotus feet, which were so delicate that they were unable to bear even the touch of Sita's palms. The Lord was also accompanied by Hanuman, or by another monkey, Sugriva, king of the monkeys, and by his own younger brother, Lord Lakshmana, both of whom gave him relief from fatigue of wandering in the forest. Having cut off the nose and ears of Surpanakha and thus disfiguring her, the Lord was separated from Mother Sita. He therefore became angry, moving his eyebrows and thus frightening the ocean, who then allowed the Lord to construct a bridge to cross the ocean. Subsequently, the Lord entered the kingdom of Ravana to kill him like a fire devouring a forest. May that Supreme Lord Ramchandra give us all protection. विश्वामित्राध्वरेयेण मारीचाध्या निशाचराः पश्यतो लक्ष्मणस्यैव हता नैरृता पुङ्गवाः. In the arena of the sacrifice performed by Vishwamitra, Lord Ramchandra, the king of Ayodhya, killed many demons, rakshasas, and uncivilized men who wandered at night in the mode of darkness. May Lord Ramchandra, who killed these demons in the presence of Lakshmana, be kind enough to give us protection. Yo loka vira samito dhanuraish mugram Sita swayam varagruhe trishato panitam adaya bala gajalila ivekshuyashtitam ishtim sajjayi kritam nripa vikrushya bhajanj madhye jitva nuru pagunashila vayongarupam सीताभिधाम श्रिया मुरस्य अभित लब्धमानां मार्गे व्रजन् भृगुपतेव अन्यत् प्ररूढं दर्पं महिमकृत यस्निर्राजबीजाम्. O king, the pastimes of Lord Ramchandra were wonderful, like those of a baby elephant. In the assembly where Mother Sita was to choose her husband, in the midst of the heroes of the world, he broke the bow belonging to Lord Shiva. This bow was so heavy that it was carried by 300 men. But Lord Ramchandra bent and strung it and broke it in the middle, just as a baby elephant breaks a stick of sugar cane. Thus the Lord achieved the hand of Mother Sita, who was equally as endowed with transcendental qualities of form, beauty, behavior, age, and nature. Indeed, she was the goddess of fortune, who constantly rests on the chest of the Lord. While returning from Sita's home after gaining her at assembly of competitors, Lord Ramchandra met Parshuram. Although Parshuram was very proud, having rid the earth of the royal order 21 times, he was defeated by the Lord, who appeared to be a Kshatriya of the royal order.
Thank you so much, Proji, for reading those verses and purports. Would anyone else like to volunteer to read the further verses?
Yes, Prabhu.
I guess
Yes,
Sanya
Proj.
Mataji. Sanya Mataji,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
guess.
Mhm.
Yes. Yes, Mataji. You could continue.
Um, 8, right?
Yes,
Oops.
eighth
Okay,
verse.
right. Yeah. परिवितपितुर्निदेशं स्त्रैणस्य चापि शिरसा जग्रे सभार्यः राज्यं श्रियं प्रणयिना शूद्रो निवासं त्यक्त्वा ययौवनम् आसुनिवमुक्तसङ्गः. Carrying out the order of his father, who was bound by a promise to his wife, Lord Ramachandra left behind his kingdom, opulence, friends, well-wishers, residence, and everything else, just as a liberated soul gives up his life and went to the forest with Sita. Maharaja Dashrath had 3 wives. One of them, Kaikeyi, served him very pleasingly, and he therefore wanted to give her a benediction. Kaikeyi, however, said that she would ask for a benediction when it was necessary. At the time of the coronation of Prince Ramachandra, Kaikeyi requested her husband to enthrone her son Bharata and son Ramachandra to the forest. Maharaja Dashrath, being bound by his promise, ordered Ramachandra to go to the forest, according to the dictation of his beloved. And the Lord, as an obedient son, accepted the order immediately. He left everything without hesitation, just as a liberated soul or great yogi gives up his life without material attraction. रक्षास्वसुर्व्यक्तरूपमशुद्धबुद्धेस्तस्या खरा त्रिशिरा जघ्ने चतुर्दशसहस्रम् अपरनीया को कोदण्डपाणिरतामान उवास कृच्छ्रम्. While wandering in the forest, where he accepted a life of hardship, carrying his invincible bow and arrows in his hand, Lord Ramachandra deformed Ravan's sister, who was polluted with lusty desires, by cutting off her nose and ears. He also killed her 14,000 Rakshasa friends, headed by Khara, Trishira, and Dushana. सीता कथा श्रवणादिपितारिच्छयेन सृष्टं विलोक्य नृपते दशकन्धरेण जज्ञे अद्भुतेन वपुषाश्रमतोऽपकृष्टो मारीचम् अशुभिषेकेन यथा कमुग्रः. O King Parikshit, when Ravana, who had 10 heads on his shoulders, heard about the beautiful and attractive features of Sita, his mind was agitated by lusty desires, and he went to kidnap her. To distract Lord Ramachandra from his ashram, Ravan sent Maricha in the form of a golden deer, and when Lord Ramachandra saw that wonderful deer, he left his residence and followed it, and finally killed it with a sharp arrow, just as Lord Shiva killed Daksha. रक्षोधमेन वृक्कवद्विपिने असमक्षं वैदेहराजदुहितारि अपयापितायं भ्रात्रा वने कृपणावत् कृपणवत् प्रियया वियुक्तः स्त्रीसङ्गिनां गतिम् इति प्रथयंश्चचार. When Ramachandra entered the forest and Lakshmana was also absent, the worst of the Rakshasas, Ravan, kidnapped Sita Devi, the daughter of the king of Videha, just as a tiger seizes unprotected sheep when the shepherd is absent. Then Lord Ramachandra wandered in the forest with his brother Lakshmana as if very much distressed due to separation from his wife. Thus, he showed by his personal example the condition of a person attached to woman. In this verse, the words Stri Sanginam Gatim Iti indicate that the condition of a person attached to woman was shown by the Lord himself. According to moral instructions, Grihe Narim Vivarjayet. When one goes on a tour, one should not bring his wife. Formerly, men used to travel without conveyances, but still, as far as possible, when one leaves home, one should not take his wife with him, especially if one is in such a condition as Lord Ramachandra and banished by the order of his father. Whether in the forest or at home, if one is attached to women, this attachment is always troublesome, as shown by the Supreme Personality of Godhead by his personal example. Of course, it is the material side of Sri Sangi, but the situation of Lord Ramachandra is spiritual, for he does not belong to the material world. Narayana Paro Avyaktat. Narayana is beyond the material creation because he is the creator of the material world. He is not subject to the conditions of the material world. The separation of Lord Ramachandra from Sita is spiritually understood as Vipralamba, which is an activity of the Ladani potency of the Supreme Personality of Godhead belonging to the Shringara Rasa, the mellow of conjugal love in the spiritual world. In the spiritual world, the Supreme Personality of Godhead has all the dealings of love, displaying the symptoms called Satvika, Sanchari, Vilapa, Murcha, and Unmada. Thus, when Lord Ramachandra was separated from Sita, all these symptoms were manifested. The Lord is neither impersonal nor impotent. Rather, he is Satchidananda Vigraha, the eternal form of knowledge and bliss. Thus, he has all the symptoms of spiritual bliss. Feeling separation from one's beloved is also an item of spiritual bliss. As explained by Srila Swarup Damodar Goswami, Radha Krishna Pranaya Vikritir Ladini Shaktihi. The dealings of love between Radha and Krishna are displayed as the pleasure potency of the Lord. The Lord is the original source of all pleasure, the reservoir of all pleasure. Lord Ramachandra therefore manifested the truth both spiritually and materially. Materially, those who are attached to women suffer, but spiritually, when there are feelings of separation between the Lord and his pleasure potency, the spiritual bliss of the Lord increases. This is further explained in Bhagavad Gita 9.11. Avajananti mamudha manushim tanamashritam param bhavam ajananto mama bhuta maheshwaram. One who does not know the spiritual potency of the Supreme Personality of Godhead thinks of the Lord as an ordinary human being. But the Lord's mind, intelligence, and senses can never be affected by material conditions. This fact is further explained in the Skanda Purana as quoted by Madhvacharya. नित्यपूर्णसुखज्ञानस्वरूपोऽसौ यतो विभुः अतोऽस्य राम इति आख्या तस्य दुःखं कुतोऽन्वपि तथापि लोकशिक्षार्थम् अदुःखो दुःखवर्तिवत् अन्तर्हितं लोकदृश्य सीतामासीत् स्मराणि वा ज्ञापनार्थं पुनर्नित्या सम्बन्धस्वात्मनः श्रियः अयोध्याया विनिर्गच्छन् सर्वलोकस्य चेश्वरः प्रत्यक्षमं तु श्रिया सार्धं जगामानादिरव्ययः नक्षत्रमासगणितं त्रयोदशसहस्रकं ब्रह्मलोका समं चक्रे समस्तं क्षितिमण्डलं रामो रामो राम इति सर्वेषामभवत्तदा सर्वो राममयो लोको यदा रामस्त्वपालयत्. It was actually impossible for Ravana to take away Sita. The form of Sita taken by Ravana was an illusory representation of Mother Sita, Maya Sita. When Sita was tested in the fire, this Maya Sita was burnt, and the real Sita came out of the fire. A further understanding to be derived from this example is that a woman, however powerful she may be in the material world, must be given protection. But as soon as she is unprotected, she will be exploited by Rakshasas like Ravana. Here the words Vaideha Raja Duhitari indicate that before Mother Sita was married to Lord Ramachandra, she was protected by her father, Vaideha Raja, and when she was married, she was protected by her husband. Therefore, the conclusion is that a woman should always be protected. According to the Vedic rule, there is no scope for a woman's being independent. Asamaksham. For a woman cannot protect herself independently.
I don't know how to
Can
say
someone else continue, please?
because
Hari Bol. Can someone else continue, please? Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Yes, Mataji. Um, can someone else continue with this verse?
Yes, Prabhuji. दग्धवात्मा कृत्य हता कृत्यम् अहं कबन्धं साख्यं विधाय कपिभिः दयितगतिं तहि बुद्धवादिने हते परवङ्गे बलवङ्गे बलवङ्गेन्द्र सैन्यैर्विराम अगात् स मनोज अजभवरा वराचिताङ्घ्रिः Translation: Lord Ramchandra, whose lotus feet are worshipped by Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva, had assumed the form of a human being. Thus, he performed the funeral ceremony of Jatayu, who was killed by Ravana. The Lord then killed the demon named Kabanda, and after making friends with the monkey chiefs King Vali and arranging for the deliverance of Mother Sita, he went to the beach of the ocean. Purport: when Ravana kidnapped Sita, he was obstructed on the way by Jatayu, a large bird. But the powerful Ravana defeated Jatayu in the fight and cut his wing. When Ramchandra was searching for Sita, he found Jatayu almost dead and was informed that Sita has been carried off by Ravan. When Jatayu died, Lord Ramchandra did the duty of a son by performing the funeral ceremony, and then he made friends with the monkeys to deliver Sita Devi.
Hare Krishna. Prabhuji, can we now little bit fast forward to the 11th chapter, verse number 13?
Huh?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Prabhuji, what is the plan now? Are we reading this chapter or
Yeah, we
we
are just
reading?
reading some shlokas and then we'll share our
Mhm.
realizations, Prabhuji.
Prabhu, I just got call from Jagannath Chandra Prabhu. His father is
Mhm.
on ventilator and the condition is not good. He said anything can happen. He was asking if devotees
Okay.
can pray. So I was thinking if we all can chant one round together, is it possible to fit in the schedule today, Prabhu?
Yes, yes, Prabhuji, surely. What we
Okay.
can do is we can first chant one round for Prabhuji's father, and then maybe we can continue with sharing our realizations. Is that fine, Prabhu?
Sounds good, Prabhu.
Okay.
Or Prabhu, if there's still time after that, can we do Narsimha Aarti? Because the war is also going on and gas prices are increasing and so many more
That's a good
things.
idea. That's a good idea.
Yes,
Yeah.
sure. We can do that. We can chant one round together, all the devotees, if they could have their beads and chant one round. And we can have a short Narsimharti and then further continue with our meeting.
do we like unmute everyone and then we chant, or they can all chant? Yes, I think we'll do.
As you say, Proji, would you like to lead the chanting? Maybe you can chant and others can unmute and chant.
Yeah, let's chant.
Yes, thank you so much, bro.
Or maybe Panchajanya Prabhu, you can play the audio of Srila Gurudev's chanting.
Yes, so I can do that and we all can chant on mute one round. I mean,
Okay.
I'm okay, mute or everyone unmute. I'm fine either ways, but everyone should chant, otherwise it shouldn't be like not
Yeah.
chanting. Everyone should at least chant one round.
Yes.
Extra round, this don't count this in the 16th round. This is your extra round which you go to his father.
Sure. Abhishek, Proji, is it possible for you to play Gurudev's japa on YouTube?
Sure, Prabhuji, let me find. I have no idea where it will be. Let me try to find.
Oh, it was the first one, not this one. So, the first one, yeah. And you'll have to share sound also when you share on Zoom. You have to unshare and share with sound on Zoom.
Okay.
Yes, Harish Prabhu. Jagannath Chandra Prabhu's father is unwell. He's admitted to the hospital. He's on ventilator, and the condition is not good. So we are all chanting one round for his father, one extra round for his father.
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Krishna, Hare Rama,
Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare Hare
Ram Ram Hare
Hare Rama Hare
Krishna
Rama
Hare
Rama Rama Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna Hare
Ram
Hare
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 Krishna
Rama
Hare
Hare Rama Rama
Krishna
Rama
Hare
Hare Hare Krishna
Ram Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare
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 Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Rama
Hare Hare
Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama Rama Hare
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 Ram Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama
Hare
Hare Rama
Hare
Rama
Ram
Rama
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Rama Hare
Hare
Rama
Ram
Rama
Hare Ram
Rama
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Rama
Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
Rama
Ram
Rama
Ram
Rama
Hare
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 Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
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 Hare Ram
Hare
Hare
Rama
Ram
Hare
Ram
Rama
Hare Hare
Rama Rama Hare Hare Hare
Hare Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
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 Hare Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Rama
Hare
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 Rama Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama
Krishna
Hare Rama Rama
Krishna
Rama Hare
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Ram Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Rama
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Rama
Hare
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 Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare Krishna
Hare Rama Hare
Krishna
Rama
Krishna Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama
Ram
Hare
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 Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare
Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama
Hare
Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama
Krishna
Hare Rama
Krishna
Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama.
Hare Krishna. Prabhuji, anyone said anything? Okay, I'll continue.
Sorry, Praji, could you repeat that?
Prabhuji, I thought someone said something. I thought someone asked me to pause. I stopped it at that. I'll repeat. I'll play it. Resume.
Yes, Praji.
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna. Is everyone done with the one round?
Rama Hare Hare, Hare.
Okay, so we done.
I guess
Yes,
I'm done.
Prabhuji.
All right. Do you want to chant the Narsimharti now or at the end?
Yes, Prabhu.
We can chant it now, Prabhuji.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Krishna
Anyone
Hare
wants to lead it?
Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama.
Anyone wants to lead Narsimharti? Anyone wants to sing?
Can I lead, Prabhuji?
Yes, Prabhu.
Anyone wants to sing? Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yes, Prabhuji. Namaste Narasimhaya Prahladala Dadaine Hiranyakashi Purvakshaha Silatanka Lakhalaye Ito Narsimha Parato Narsimha Yato Yato Yam Nitato Narsimha Bahir Narsimha Vitaye Narsimha Narsimha Matim Sharanam Prapadye Tava Kara Kamalavare Nakam Adbhuta Shringa Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanubringam Eshavadrita Narahari Rupa Jadagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Tava Kara Kamalavare Nakam Adbhuta Shringa Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanubringa Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Narasimhadev, 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 Jaya Narasimhadev, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Gurudev, Gurudev. Gurudev Jaya Jaya Gurudev सर्व भक्ति विघ्न विनाशक श्री लक्ष्मीपति नरसिंहदेव भगवान की जय भक्तराज भक्त शिरोमणि प्रहलाद महाराज की जय So, Prajik, shall we continue further?
Yes,
Um,
Prabhu, please continue with the program.
so Prabhu, would we go for the chapter or will we continue with Srimad Bhagavatam?
I think so. We should share our realizations now, Prabhu, because we want to also read Gurudev's diary before we end today's session. So till now, the Ramayan shlokas and purports that we read, would anyone like to share their realization? Any point they liked which Srila Prabhupada is highlighting in these chapters? Anyone?
Krishna Prabhu.
Yes. Now Kishore
Hare
Prabhu.
Krishna Prabhu.
Prabhu, I don't had realization, but I had one question if you can guide me on that. Prabhu.
Yes, Raji, please.
Prabhuji, in purports you are reading that how one has to suffer if one is attached to woman. So how can an unattached person be a good grihastha? Prabhu? I had this doubt in my mind. If seniors can answer.
This question should be answered by Grihasthas. Unfortunately, I am not still. So I would request other senior devotees to answer this question. Girdhari Govind Prabhu, would you like to answer this question?
Sorry, so what is the question?
Prabhuji, the question is that if a person is attached to woman, he has to suffer. That is what Srila Prabhupada was writing in the purport, and that's why Prabhupada Shastra advises that a man should not take his wife whenever they are going for exile, like Lord Ramachandra went. So now Kishore Prabhu is asking, then an unattached person, how can he get married to a woman?
No, I am asking that if a person is not attached to woman, how can he be a good grihastha? That I wanted to know. Because a husband should take care of his wife.
Yeah, taking care of see, there is a couple of things. Taking care of wife also means is that taking care of making sure that she progresses on the path of spiritual life. Like you know that verse, Guru na sishya, Pita na sishya, Pati na sishya. See, if anyone can open that verse, I'll give you the text number.
Five
It's in
eighteen.
hand.
5518.
5518?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah, can anyone open? In that says Pati na sishya, like don't become a husband also. 5518 can let's read the translation. 5518.
Prabhu,
Prabhu,
you're
Srimad
asking.
Bhagavatam
That's a Srimad
5580.
Bhagavatam 5.5.80.
Yeah, yeah. Hmm. Read the translation. One cannot deliver his dependence on path. One who cannot deliver his dependence on the path of revealed birth and should never become a spiritual master, father, a husband, a mother, or a worshipable demigod. So that is the topmost priority. That if you cannot take this, if you don't try to become a father, a spiritual master, a husband, or a worshipable demigod. Having said that, we have many examples in ISKCON community. As soon as you keep Krishna in center, um, you have a common point of attraction. So both husband and wife they serve nicely to Krishna. In the initial phase, there might be attraction between man and woman, but then they dovetail that attraction, and they both know that if at the end we have to serve, we have to go how many times, how many lifetimes we are going to try to enjoy each other, right? We have tried this in so many different bodies. Now this body we have got. So an intelligent couple or husband wife, they know that eh, we have enjoyed a lot. Now is the time to become serious. Now is the time to give this life and keep. I mean, keep our enjoying mentality aside and try to serve Krishna, and that's how you will awaken the love of God. So slowly, and there's one more verse, Bhakti Parashanubhava Virakti. I'll give you the text. You can open that also now. This detachment will come automatically. 11 to 42, Prabhu. Can you open 11 to 42 also? So the three things that happen when you perform bhakti. Go to translation, devotion, direct experience of the Supreme, and detachment from other things. This detachment, you don't have to, that's the beauty of bhakti. You don't have to try make any special endeavors. You just perform bhakti. The detachment will awaken automatically. It will happen. But you should have that purity in your sadhana, that sincerity, that seriousness you should have. Then the detachment will automatically, it's a byproduct that will come. So in this way, you are attached also in the sense attached by keeping Krishna in the center, and you know that ultimately this soul, my husband or my wife, they are also they don't belong to me. They have been given to me for some time, and then they are we are together for some time, and then we just have to part our ways. And ultimately, everyone should Krishna's style. Like the analogy is given in 10:5:25. Can you open 10:5:25, Prabhu? One more verse. So it gives about this. Nanda Maharaj says this verse to, not Nanda, Vasudev says this verse to Nanda Maharaj. We are like plank and sticks, unable to stay together, are carried away by the force of rivers. Similarly, although we are intimately related with friends and family, we are unable to stay together because of our varied past deeds and the ways of time. So this is about these planks and goods, they fall into the river, they stay with each other for some time, they part their ways. It's going to be like that. So once you have the entire proper spiritual understanding, all these things would happen, detachment will happen over the course of time. Is it making sense, Prabhu? Now to Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Also, Prabhuji, actually, this was answered in the purport itself here. Um, of course, the material side of Sri Sangh, but the situation Lord Chandra is spiritual, right? So, um, your question is mostly how we can feel detachment. Very difficult, of course, but then there are two types of attachment, right? One is when you have this material attachment where a person, not you, I'm not talking about you, where a person is trying to get the material enjoyment with the attachment with the women or the wife or one, right? Another is spiritual attachment, where they take the strength from each other to grow on the path of bhakti, right? That is spiritual attachment, which is actually fine, right? If it is material attachment, which is Srila Prabhupada is warning here about, um, a person attached to women was shown by Lord himself, how they will, how that will bring, which will be always troublesome, right? So, yeah, that's what I realize. It should be a spiritual attachment rather than the material one.
Yes, Prabhu, understood. Thank you, Prabhuji.
I also had a question. In the first purport, actually, Srila Prabhupada wrote one thing. There are a lot of translations for Ramayana. It was available 500 years back also, even before also, and now also. And we should take only those ones which are authentic. Um, so which one are authentic, which are not? How would we realize? Or how would we know? Like, is there any recommendation? Like, which one Srila Prabhupada is trying to say are authentic ones?
In that same purport, Prabhuji, Prabhupada was writing that we should accept those versions which are written by Tattvadarshis.
Yeah, then again the question remains same. Who are those Tattvadarshi? I think it was text 3 or 4 somewhere. Yeah, Tattvadarshi. Like who are those
Well,
Tattvadarshi?
broadly, we refer Valmiki Ramayan, right? Valmiki Ramayan. Broadly, we refer.
Correct.
And within
So
ISKCON, we have Krishna Dharma Prabhu. He has written a story kind of book for Ramayan. Shubh Vilas Prabhu has done so much of work on Ramayan.
yeah. So broadly,
Like
like
that.
we have three Ramayana which are like original ones which are written by
Mm,
uh, a different devotees. The first one is
mm,
Valmiki, second is the second famous is Ramcharitmanas, and in southern part, actually two more are famous. In Tamil, it is a Kadam Ramayana, and
mm,
and in Telugu, it is a I forgot the name, but it's a Ram Mool something. Some
mm,
yeah.
Kamba Ramayana, I think. In Tamil
Kamba
Nadu, Kamba.
Ramayana is Tamil. In Telugu, The Ramayana name itself is Ram Mool something. I complete Mool Ramayanam, I guess. Something like that is the name. And um, yeah, so I don't know whether like which one, or maybe Srila Prabhupada is trying to warn us not to refer some people like Deodatta Patnaik type of people who really are not Tattvadarshini. Right. They
Yeah,
just
yeah.
write all nonsense based on their stupid
As
understanding.
Giridhari Prabhu mentioned, we refer to, I mean,
Valmiki.
like as you said, yes, Tulsi Ramayana and all are there, but we always refer to Valmiki Ramayana.
All right. Okay.
Um, if devotees allow, can we move on to the next part of our session, which is a quick diary chapter reading, and we can just have a sharing our realizations after that.
I'll read to if
Roger, I
it is
can
okay.
read if you don't mind.
Yes, yes,
Sure.
Ram Prabhu. Only you read only one verse, so please continue.
Thank you, bro. So, volume 5, chapter 21 on the house by Nirtamna Swami, June 28th, July 10, 2004. I flew back, I flew back to Poland from Baku, and as soon as I arrived, the tour committee held its last meeting for the summer festivals. The first order of business was security. I found three security companies we can choose from. Chaitam began. Which one we take depends on Srila Gurudev's recent collection. All eyes turned towards me. I hesitated. Well, I said, actually, I didn't bring anything back. I spent the week in Azerbaijan with my disciples. It's a poor country, but we had some great programs. Jaitam seemed a bit worried. He did not want to argue, but he was concerned about our safety. Then what about security? He said. The howlingers on the street caused us a lot of misery on the spring tour. Some of our own men are trained in security, I said. Other than that, we will just have to depend on good Lord. On the flight back from Baku, I had partially memorized the appropriate verse. Knowing the subject would came up, I began speaking. Rakshatva aso madhvani yajna kalpaha swadamashrayonika dharovaraha रमोध्री कुतस्व अथ विप्रवशे सलक्षं नो व्याध भरतग्रजो समन. The Supreme Indestructible Lord is ascertained through the performance of ritualistic sacrifices and therefore known as a Yagneshwara. In his incarnation as Lord Bor, he raised the planet Earth from the water at the bottom of the universe and kept it on his pointed tusk. May the Lord protect me from Rogers on the strait. May Parshurama protect me on the tops of the mountains, and may the elder brother of Bharata, Lord Ramchandra, along with his brother Lakshmana, protect me in foreign countries. Srimad Bhagavatam 6.8.15. As we had no other resource than to take shelter of the Lord, there was no further discussion on the topic, and there were matters of the more immediate concern. The Weather Bureau was predicting the coldest and rainiest summer in 10 years. As our caravan, a large semi-trailer, three buses, seven vans, and an assortment of other vehicles headed north towards the Baltic coast to begin the festival season. The Weather Bureau's gloomy prediction manifested itself right before our eyes. Rain poured incessantly all the way to the coast. In fact, it continued non-stop for 1 week at our summer base as we put the final touches on our festival paraphernalia. The devotees had worked all winter putting a new face on our festival. Many new tents made to look like colorful Indian temples and many new exhibits and stage productions. We were eager to show our upgraded festival program. So with great expectation, we went on Harina in Zaz- Zasvirazion 3 days before the first festival, but echoing the dismal prediction of the weatherman, dark clouds hovered over the town, and as soon as we got out of the buses, they poured down rain. We quickly retreated back into the buses and waited patiently for the rains to abate. As soon as the shower stopped, we jumped out again onto the almost empty street. It was the first time in 15 years that I had seen so few people on the streets of a summer resort. The locals told us that less than 40% of the normal summer crowd had shown up. Everyone is holding back until the bad weather recedes. A shop owner told me, and in the meantime, we are going bankrupt. Despite the bad weather, I took the Harinam party down to the beach. I was surprised to see a few hundred diehards lying on the beach, trying their best to enjoy the few rays of sun that had broken through the clouds. The wind was blowing and they had barricaded themselves behind little walls of cloth. We went forward, obviously, to the elements, chanting and dancing against the wind. Several times, strong gusts blew whole bunches of invitations out of the hands of the distributors, who ran to retrieve the flurries of colorful paper blowing down to the beach. Despite the austerities, the devotees were blissful. We had waited all year for this moment, and a little wind and rain weren't going to dampen our spirits. The contrast of the dismal weather and the attractive Harinam had people mesmerized. At one point, a large man came running towards me. Before I could react, he put his arms around me, picked me up, and twirled me around. You're back, he shouted with a big smile. You're back. The festival is back. We have been waiting for you. There was no need to say anything. He would say it all. Despite the unending rain, we managed to distribute 5,000 invitations in 3 days. Then we held the festival in Dasvirazion. By Krishna's grace, the rain held back that afternoon, and several thousands people showed up earlier for the event. A photographer from a famous magazine was there shooting away. I can't believe you people, he told me. You are so courageous to attempt an event this size on the coast this summer. It's unbelievable how many people have come. Our festivals are always successful, I said. They're the will of the law, rain or shine. Nevertheless, we had to use discretion in choosing which towns to hold our events in. Small places were out of the question. We could only hoped to be successful in larger towns, but they were few and far between. I talked about it with Radha Saki Vrinda, our in charge of contacting towards officials. What about Astronia Morsky? I said, it's a good sized town. Srila Gurudev, she replied, it was only because the town secretary was away from Astronia Morsky last year that we managed to get permission for the festival. He does not like us at all. 2 years ago, when I went to the town hall, he literally screamed at me and screamed at me to get out of the town. Beggars can't choose us. I said, and we don't have any options. We'll have to try again this year. Radha Saki Vrinda looked apprehensively. It's Mahaprabhu's desire. I continued, and along with the instruction of the Lord comes the ability to execute it. The next day, she called me, Srila Gurudev, she said excitedly. I just came out of the town hall in Astronia Musky. I was so scared to go in. Fortunately, the town secretary was away again. I was able to see the mayor himself. He received me warmly. First, he took my hand, kissed it, and then asked me to sit down. I told him of your desire to do festival in his town. He smiled. Yes, of course, he said. You're welcome. We will give you the marketplace. Many citizens told me how much they enjoyed your event last year, and the same people are already asking when you will be back this summer. With the bad weather and small crowds, we need you more than ever. And so the contract was signed all by the strong desire of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Prithvi Daya Chaitanya Nagradi Gram, Sarvatra Prajaha Mora Naam. In every town and village, the chanting of my name will be heard. Chaitanya Bhagavat Antya Leela 4.4 chapter 126. But reverses continued in one village. Minutes before our program was to begin, a surprise storm blew the tarpaulin top of our 12-meter long stage. The fury of the storm sent guests scrambling for cover under our many tents. They all waited for the storm to pass, and then instead of going home, they wiped the water off the benches and sat back down for the program. Not a single person in the crowd of 800 people left. The show went on even without a top for the stage. An even more pleasant surprise came the next morning. Srila Prahalad told me that a special guest was waiting to see at the reception desk in the school where we were staying. I rushed downstairs, but I did not see anyone who looked like a VIP. I wondered whom Shri Prahalad was talking about. Suddenly, I heard a familiar little voice, Srila Gurudev, I am here. I looked down and saw 9-year-old Shamalila Dasi, whom I had met during the spring tour. She was standing there with a little suitcase and a sleeping bag. Shyamalila, I said, what are you doing here? Her mother stepped forward. We have come to join your summer tour. She said, what can I do? She talks about you constantly, day and night. She even calls out your name in her sleep. When she heard you had a summer festival, she pleaded and pleaded with me to come. Sham, Shamalila grabbed my hand. We'll do Harinam with you, she said. How did you get here? I asked. By bus or train? We saved up to that. We saved up to take the bus, the mother replied. Saved up? I asked. The mother looked down. We are quite poor, she said. Ordinarily, I could not afford such a long bus ride, but we used our savings. Later that evening, I met them again. I just received a letter, I said. Someone read a chapter in my diary about Shamlila. He is asking if he could sponsor her schooling. The mother began to cry. Last year I could not afford school books for her, she said. Shamlila spoke up. Mommy, she said, we will only accept this money if you promise not to buy cigarettes or liquor with it. Yes, darling, the mother replied. I will stop those things today, I promise you. Krishna is so kind to us. That evening, when I downloaded my email, I noticed this short message in Polish. It wasn't the first time. For several weeks, I had been ignoring similar short messages in Polish. I receive over 100 emails a day, so I have to be selective about what I answered during the festival tour season. But this time, I noticed 6 exclamation marks after the last sentence, so I asked the Polish devotee to translate the message for me. I was stunned when he handed me the paper. Gurudev, we have written you 6 times. This is our last chance. We are the brother and sister you spoke to last year at the festival in Mirziono. We live in an orphanage in Griffiths. We can't come to a festival in Mirziono tomorrow because our orphanage does not have a car. Please come and rescue us. Hare Krishna. Christoph and Ella. I call Nandini Dasi. Look up an orphanage in Greyface. Tell the director that we will send a bus to pick up all the kids and bring them to the festival in Mirziona tomorrow. Srila Gurudevsi said, please excuse me, but have some urgent matters I am working on. Treat this as most urgent, I said. There are some little souls out there crying for mercy. We can't ignore them. Okay, she said, but it won't be easy. Orphanages are usually under the direction of a church and they may not like it that we get involved. Uh, can someone else continue, please?
I will do, Prabhu. कहाँ पे थे? Where were we?
Yes,
The next
Priji, we
afternoon.
were.
The next afternoon.
Afternoon. Okay. The next afternoon, as the light rain fell before an approaching storm, the bus arrived at the festival site with 40 children from the orphanage. I didn't remember Christoph and Ella by more than their names, but I stood at the door of the bus, confident they would recognize me. Sure enough, as the door opened, they were the first ones out. They came running towards me, and Ella jumped into my arms. Gurudev, she cried out, you have rescued us. By the time all the other children had surrounded me, smiling and laughing, Christoph spoke up. We told all the kids about you, he said, and we have all been waiting the whole year for the festival to come back. I called Nandini and Jayatam over. For these kids, I said everything is on the house. They stood there looking confused. I'm sorry, Srila Gurudev, Jaitam said. What does that mean on the house? It means you give these children whatever they want for free. Sweets from the restaurant, saris from the fashion booth, gopi dot at the face painting tent, gifts from the shop, whatever they want, as much as they want. Nandini, always prudent and practical in managerial affairs, looked at me dumbfounded. Srila Gurudev, she said, there are 40 children here. Who will pay for all of this? Don't worry, I replied. I'll go out and collect the money during the break before the Woodstock festival. Nandini smiled. In Azerbaijan? She said. I laughed. Probably not. I said. But let's not worry about that for now. We'll make our business to take care of these orphaned souls. And in turn, the Lord will take care of us. Have no doubt. If one tries to spread Krishna consciousness all over the world, he should be understood to be performing the best welfare activity. The Lord is automatically very pleased with him. If the Lord is pleased with him, what is left for him to achieve? If one has been recognized by the Lord, even if he does not ask the Lord for anything, the Lord who is within everyone supplies him whatever he wants. Srimad Bhagavatam, purport 8.7.44. Srila Gurudev ki jai.
Jai. Thank you so much, Abhiram Prabhu and Abhishek Prabhu, for reading that chapter so wonderfully. Would anyone like to share their realizations from this wonderful chapter?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. So I want to share my personal experience with Guru Maharaj. Like we can see in this chapter how merciful is Guru Maharaj. Like to give mercy, he can go to any extent. Similarly, I was grateful that Guru Maharaj was merciful on me, and I can see personally in the especially in book tours where Guru Maharaj gave a lot of personal time to his all disciples who was helping in his mission, to spread the uh, you know mission of Srila Prabhupada. Is so merciful that without asking you, he can give initiation also. Like he can understand. So this in this book too, it happened with me. Like how Guru Maharaj came to me and blessed me. He was so merciful. He asked from how many years you were chanting. I told Guru Maharaj I was chanting from past 5 years, and he some by the mercy of Krishna and Srila Prabhupada, Guru Maharaj accepted me 2 days later, initiated me and gave me this wonderful name of Hey Ramdas. So I can see that how Guru Maharaj is merciful, and his mercy is unlimited. To be honest, I saw when children approach Guru Maharaj, children usually give their beads to Guru Maharaj, and Guru Maharaj. I saw Guru Maharaj. He was chanting and on each and every bead. When children approach, they give Guru Maharaj, please stand on my bead. And Guru Maharaj, simply sitting on his asses and took the beads from the children and chanting the whole round and then giving to the children. So I saw how merciful my Guru Maharaj is, magnanimous. So that's what I want to share. Thank you, Provision.
Jai Ho. Yes, Prabhu. Indeed, Gurudev's mercy knows no bounds. Anyone else would like to share their realization of this chapter, any point they liked? Yes, Tadiya Seva Prabhu, please.
After a long time, I'm attending because of time difference between India and US. So in this chapter, I like the point that the best welfare activity is to spread Krishna consciousness, and if the Lord is pleased, then what is there to achieve? The Lord will reward that the devotee magnanimously, profusely, and all the desires will be fulfilled. So the Lord is like Kalpavruksha tree. If he is satisfied because of our service in his mission of spreading the Krishna consciousness movement, then he will reward us. What else do we want? So that point I liked, because we have so many desires, so many material desires, and if these desires are not satisfied, it is natural for any conditioned soul to become very unhappy. It is unless and until one is in knowledge, and um, unless and until one feels the connection with the Lord and with his devotees, that satisfaction will not come automatically. That I like this from this chapter. Thank you.
Jai Ho. Thank you so much, Ro. Yes, we missed you, and along the same thought as you were sharing, I also had a realization that how because Gurudev has that risk-taking ability for spreading the message of the holy name, Krishna reciprocates with Gurudev's desire. Like every single day, we all are also taking risk in our life. We are going outside of our house um, to earn money, but we don't know. Maybe we go on the road, there is a truck, it runs over us, we get a heart attack. But to show love and affection for our family, we take so many risks. We go beyond our capacity to sometimes show them the love. But we always have to ask the question that am I going beyond the capacity to show love to Krishna and to Gurudev as well? What am I doing specifically for them? So I would also like to share a small realization. Like in my office the other, like few days ago, I was sharing about Gurudev's Rishikesh Fest with one of my colleagues, and she's a Gujarati, so she also has some spiritual background about Lord Krishna. So when she heard about this festival, she immediately told me to like pull out the scanner, and she gave 1,000 rupees donation for Gurudev's fest, Rishikesh Fest. So, like we never know. Like in I never expected my colleague to give so like such a generous donation. But yeah, Krishna has his own ways, and even if sometimes we try, like Gurudev said, Nandini, that you approach the mayor and beggars cannot be beggars cannot be demanders. Gurudev gave the instruction on behalf of Mahaprabhu, and Nandini Mataji, she did not have to deal with the secretary and got directly the permission of the mayor. So I pray to Lord Krishna and Gurudev and all of you senior god brothers and god sisters, that may I also develop that risk taking ability for the pleasure of Gurudev. Thank you. Yes, Tadya Seva, please.
Prabhu, one quick question. I come across these two names, Nandini and Jaitam. I never saw them, and in all the Polish festivals, these two devotees, I heard they take they put a lot of their efforts and they put a lot of their energy in organizing the Polish festivals. Who are these two devotees? Are they Indian bodied? Are they, who are they?
I personally also have not met these two exalted devotees, Prabhu. Any of the senior devotees have met Vijay Narasimha Prabhu. Do you know them? Girdhari Prabhu. Okay. Actually, there are these
I,
unsung heroes.
I have
Yes, Prabhu, sorry.
interacted, I have interacted on the phone, not met actually.
Yes, Prabhu. Actually, Tadya Seva Prabhu, there are these unsung heroes in our Gurudev's books, Diary of Traveling Monk. So we have the plan, we have the desire to invite all these personalities who Gurudev mentions in his diaries for our Troopers Call. So hopefully this year we will again try through contacts of Govind Charan Prabhu and Rasika Mataji, if we could invite them on Troopers Call, then we can have live lecture on the pastimes of Gurudev from these books. Yeah.
That is your forte, and that is your action item from past 1 year. Okay,
Yes, Guruji. I'm on it.
doesn't look like. So, yeah. Hmm.
Yes,
All right. All
Prabhu.
right. Good.
Halal plan.
Hmm. Okay. And by the way, it was nice to see Abhay Ram after the Kartik Parikrama, and I was like the way he was reading, I was tempted to say, it was like Leela reading. He's enjoying and reading. So, you know, Gurudev's heroics, I mean, that actually inspires. I mean, on any dull day, Gurudev's uh, diary chapter reading inspires, makes everything feel very colorful and very joyful. Um, uh, the whole mood that Srila Gurudev brings in is like, uh, I was actually, see, it was like not this book tour, I think the previous book tour. Yeah, the previous book tour only, where we did some fund collection in Bangalore. So there was, so a few devotees know like how I did some fund collection. It was like a little big fund collection drive, and that was actually for a temple construction. And then we were at the same time like Gurudev, Sacred Seva is also getting some uh, funds from donation for our Srila Gurudev's programs from that collection. So that was going on, and then for that actually in that arena, um, Srila Gurudev was handing over Charan Padukas, as in he was wearing this wooden footwear, and then he was donating as his Maha to all the donors there. And there was one devotee. I mean, I was actually on the stage, changing his Paduka and handing over this donation. And then there was one devotee. He's a brahmachari, and he was like, uh, "Did you? Can I do this service? Is that possible at all?" I said, uh, "I mean, is it allowed? Will he say anything?" Uh, and then there was another devotee was saying, "Prabhu, your the Charan Paduka is only supposed to be given to the disciple. How are you giving this?" Then there is this our senior brahmachari, senior as in terms of his not in terms of age, but in terms of his deeds, is extremely exalted and senior for many of us. So he came in and said he's a disciple of His Holiness Jayapatak Swami Maharaj. So he mentioned one thing that even my Guru Maharaj is like this. You do anything with my body, I don't care. You ensure Harinam is spreading all over the globe. So, I mean, you do whatever you want with my body, I don't care. Ensure that um, anything and everything is in line, when it comes to serving Srila Prabhupada. Okay, so no ifs and buts, no formalities. Okay, so yeah, Srila Gurudev is like, no, he doesn't care. He's like, Prabhu was, Ram Prabhu was mentioning, he's chanting beads. So they're not initiated, but he's still, giving away beads. And then Srila Gurudev is like, other day I was mentioning, he wants to leave that beautiful impression of an interaction with the saint, with sannyasi to these kids, and that interaction he wants it to be less of awe and reverence. Like, for us, like when Srila Gurudev is in front of us, we always treat with awe and reverence. And then with children, he wants to break that barrier, and he wants to interact friendly, that they will feel that love and care. Okay, they, like when they grow up, they'll remember this, because they will also, at some phase, they will enter our phase where they will treat um, a sannyasi with awe and reverence, but they will also remember in their childhood what they experienced. So he wants to leave that impression. So I mean, he's thinking so much in future. He's already even contributed to the past, and he's doing to the present, and he's so concerned, um, beyond his own earthly time, right? So yes, thank you, Hare Krishna.
Jai. Thank you so much, Prabhu, for sharing your realization. And yeah, you can expect all types of unexpected mercy with Gurudev. You never know what is gonna happen next. So yeah, thank you so much. If everyone allows, it is already beyond our time, so we can conclude the session here. वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो
So Tiva has done the required thing. Now,
yes. Hare Krishna. Vandapanam.
Hare Krishna, Pranam.
Hare Krishna, Dhamma Prabhuji.